What's up, everybody? It's me, Conda, your favorite sexy vegan wine girl. And on today's show, we have ramen noodles, and they are vegan. I got them from this amazing restaurant named Wasabi right here in Chicago. So I'm gonna get started, and before we get started, I just want you to know we're gonna eat this whole bowl, we hope. I'm super tired, but that's okay. I'm here for you, and I didn't want to eat dinner alone. Also, we have some really great questions. Some I've posed, some others have posed. These are my Facebook and Instagram friends, and you guys that are on YouTube, we want you to ask some questions and answer the ones that we're going to talk about tonight. All right, so let's get into the prayer. I am so grateful for this food that I am about to receive for the nourishment of my body. I pray that it nourishes every single cell in my body and that everybody has a great meal to eat tonight and a safe place to stay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful. Whew, let's get into it, guys. All right. All right, guys, I can't wait to get into this. It's a little too hot right now, and I am starving. So let's just, I can't wait to dive in. Oh, this is so good. I want to add some seaweed because I really love seaweed. This is a toasted vegetable. This is a nori. It's used for sushi, and you can eat it just like a snack, you know. It's really good. It's by the Eaton Company. I don't know if you guys can see that, but very great it is. Very great it is. And I'm just going to tear a few strips, tear some pieces. Very great. Oh, I can't wait. This is really good. Now, this is a vegan ramen noodle for sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't be eating it. You know, you do have to be careful when you're having pasta, vegans. You want to make sure that your pasta is egg-free. Traditionally, pasta has eggs in it, so you just want to make sure. Now, because I'm a seaweed lover, I'm going to add a little more seaweed. I've already put like cayenne pepper mixture that I got from this restaurant. This came from a restaurant called Wasabi right here in Chicago. And this is something I got off of Amazon. I learned about it through watching Tabitha Brown. Oh, I love her so much. I learned of this watching Tabitha. She was doing, I think she was doing like scallops or something, and she added this, and I'm like, oh, I want some of that. It's called I think I'm pronouncing this right, don't quote me, the Aji Nori Furakaki. Okay, and you can look it up. You can look it up on Amazon. What it is it's like roasted sesame seed. It has other seaweed and sea vegetables in here, and it's really good just eating it by itself. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little in here. I'm gonna have a little. Didn't want to have that much. All right. Well, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really good and green. It has the sea salt. Toasted sesame. Now, some might say it's a little too salty to eat that way. I don't like a lot of salt, but I think it's just right, especially when you're trying to get something savory in your system. And, you know, you want like a little light snack. I mean, you can crunch on that. You can also, if you're making any vegan type of meat or fish substitute, I should say, it would be great to include that as one of the ingredients. For example, if you're trying to do like a vegan crab cake or something like that, a vegan fish of some sort, that would be a really great seafood ingredient or sea seasoning. It really would. Okay. Let's see. This thing is just like so amazing. I just can't wait to dive on in. Oh God. I added the cayenne pepper, like I said, so it has quite a bit of kick. But this broth, guys, this broth is everything. I'm sorry, I'm so hungry today. I'm like really hungry. It has like some kind of vegan, maybe seitan meat. I really don't know if you can see this or not, but it's yummy. Seaweed and vegetables, bok choy. I see carrots. Wow. It's nice and savory. It has the perfect blend of, I guess I was looking for that miso taste and that soy taste. I don't know about you guys, but since I became a vegan, I don't know, I've been craving periodically, I've been wanting like ramen noodles. Now as a kid, when we would come home from school, being latchkey kids, it was nothing for me and my sister to just go in there and open up a pack of oodles and noodles or ramen noodles. I mean, we had like full-blown meals, you know, when my grandparents came home, my grandmother came home. But to make something on our own, we could cook a full-blown meal, but we always wanted a quick snack like the ramen noodles or the oodles of noodles. Do you guys remember oodles of noodles? I don't see them too much anymore. I often see the ramen noodles in the stores. But anyway, oh my God, and we would hook them up. We'd add hot sauce, we add salt, pepper, whatever we wanted. And they were so good. Now, I've been vegan ever since 1997. So, you know, it's a long time to go without your oodles of noodles or your ramen noodles. So I've been on this quest to find the best ramen noodles because I've never made a homemade noodle before, a homemade ramen noodle anyway. So this is really good to find. so sorry, guys. I might be eating too fast, but I am so hungry. I hope I'm not eating too fast. It has the perfect blend of crunch too. I like that. The vegetables aren't overcooked. I swear, they've got this broth. I mean, they've got this broth done just right. And this is one of the #1 items on the menu for vegans. And I swear, it is really all of that. This is definitely one of the #1 often requested, I'm assuming, because for vegans, because this thing, first of all, the stock really tastes like maybe, it reminds me of like somehow a beef stock with like miso soy twist to it. And I know it's not, but it is so good. These noodles are everything. So we have some questions, and we're gonna get right into it. This is a question posed by Shalonda Taylor on Facebook, who just happens to be my big sister. Her question is, why do single women cheat with married men? Why do single women cheat with married men? That is a great question. If I had to guess, and I think this would be a no-brainer, maybe they see opportunity. You know, maybe they don't even know. So to answer this question, why do single women cheat with married men? Maybe they don't know that the guy that they're seeing is married. Eventually you'll know. I mean, at some point you have to go to his house. At some point you'll want to do that, right? Maybe he's some wealthy guy and you're like, well, you know, I don't know his wife. You know, he's buying me this, he's buying me that. I mean, that could be your attitude as well. You know, it's unfortunate. We do know what goes around comes around. So you might want to think about that. I remember, and I hope she doesn't kill me for this, I'll just say this. When I was a little girl, I had a relative who was much older than me. She was an adult. I was a little girl. She only dated married men. Yep. Only dated married men. I would ask her, why? Why do you only date married men. And maybe she didn't only date. I think she only dated married men. But if I'm wrong, I know she dated a few married men. And you'll never believe what her answer was. Being an adult right now, looking back, this person, I won't tell you what the relationship was, because some of you who know me personally will know exactly who I'm talking about. But she's a very, very, very sweet, wonderful, loving, dear relative of mine. She was so open and honest. I mean, like, first of all, she made sure she told us the truth. So she talked to us like we were little adults versus little girls. She said, number one, they cannot spend the night. I said, oh, okay. She dated married men, number one. Because they could not spend the night. Another reason she dated married men is that, you know, if she wanted to spend, like if she had like multiple boyfriends at the same time, one of them has to spend the holidays with their family. Or the other piece to that is that the fact that they are married and she was not at the time, she had that leverage. She can demand anything she wanted, you know, because oftentimes when guys creep out, they're looking for something new, something fresh, something else. And she provided that for them. And when they find a solid girl that they could have an affair with, you know, they want to make sure that it lasts as long as it's supposed to last or could last. So they would do whatever it, you know, took to keep that woman happy. But yeah, she's like, yeah, because they have to go home. They can't spend the night. I thought that was funny. You know, I don't really know why personally why, you know, married men or women, single women date married men exclusively. I would just say that it could be a number of things, but why don't you guys weigh in on it? Tell us what you think. Why do you think single women, some single women, exclusively date married men? That's a really great question. Here's another one. Pardon my little notes. I just want to make sure I get all these questions answered. Tanya Allen, my Facebook friend, said, what do you do when you find out your boyfriend has another girlfriend and he is spending more time with her than you? In fact, if you guys have a date or something planned, dinner, date, couples night, date night, he'll cancel with you sometimes, and you find out that he did that on that date to be with this other girl. When you confront him, however, he denies everything. Of course, right? He denies everything, and he says, no, baby, you're the only one. Her question to me was, what do you do? Don't think kill him. I hear you out there. Don't think that. If this were to happen to me, and I was in this position, and the only thing I could tell you is really two things. Cheaters. Hello, cheaters. Or a private detective. Because I'm going to find it hard to believe after I see video footage of you going to another woman's house that that's not you. What are you? R. Kelly in the video, that wasn't him either? Knock it off. Stop it. So that's what I would do. I would hire a private detective. You know, I like to do it a little more discreet, a little more classy. Some people go straight for cheaters, and I don't really know how that works. I'm making up that if you take this to the cheater show, you wouldn't have to pay for the private detective. I mean, like, otherwise, what would be the incentive of putting your business out in the street and embarrassing yourself and everybody involved? So that's what I'm thinking. Tell me, what do you think? What would you do, ladies? What would you do, men, as well? This is so good. I'm tearing these noodles up. Comment below and let us know what you think. I am super hungry, and these little great noodles and this ramen noodle soup is hitting the spot. My Facebook friend Johnny Bodacia said, should two committed people still accept friend requests? That is a good question. That's a really good question. And it also sounds like a personal question. Johnny? Are you going through something, Johnny? No. Maybe it was just a good question that he had, and maybe it wasn't personal. But that, you know, to say the least, is really, really a good question. And I guess I would have to say it depends. If you are an entrepreneur, you know, you're getting business on social media. It only makes sense to them. You're building your social media business. I mean, why else are you collecting friends on social media, accepting friend requests, unless you're looking for someone who you haven't, you know, who you've been looking for years or something. You're looking to reconnect with someone. Or you just want to say, I've got 5,000 friends, so what? But I always been taught that your network is your net worth. I'm always looking for new social media friends. I'm always looking to expand my social media, my subscriptions, because at the end of the day, I am running a business. I see those people as people that I would like to work with, help, have a reciprocal relationship with. They may have a business that, you know, I might support. I may have a business that they might want to support. And the only way you're going to know that is if you get connected and start a dialogue with them, okay? So, I personally don't, you know, have a problem with that. If your mate is, and it's between you two. It's like, what is your tolerance level? What did you agree to? What are you comfortable with? You have to make each other comfortable. But please, if someone is a business person, an entrepreneur, it behooves them to have a million friend requests accepted. It just makes sense to me. I mean, otherwise, what are you gonna do? Go door to door and find your customers or your friends or your potential business partners? You could, but it takes less time to do it on social media. They're saying right now that social media is one of the fastest ways to grow your business. So allow your partner to accept. Arwan Boyd, one of my Facebook friends and one of my dear personal friends as well. Why do we wait until we have multiple children by multiple men, multiple women, all to find out at the end of all of that, we really now realize we want a good woman or a good man? Why? Why do we do that? I really don't know. For me, day one, ever since I was a little girl, I knew that I wanted a husband. I've never been the kind of person to hop in and out of bed with different people, multiple people. That just wasn't my style. I'm not one to be easy breezy around sex. I like to have a connection with the person. I like to make sure that the person is someone who's into me. I'm into them. We know each other. I was married twice. I was born to be a wife, among other things. So I take relationships very seriously. I am a relationship person. Anyone who personally knows me knows that I am a relationship person. So this wouldn't necessarily apply to me. I knew then, like I know now, and like I will know tomorrow, I want to be married. Marriage is for me. Now, you may say, well, why aren't you married? Well, that's none of your damn business. No, just kidding. I'm not married at this moment because I have not found my husband yet. Simple as that. When I find the man that I'm supposed to be married to, believe me, I will, honey. I won't rush into it because you want to take your time. I'm all about that commitment, and I don't want to do this over and over and over again. So I have to make sure that person is the right person. So I got to get to know them. They get to know me. We have to make sure we're on the same page, so on and so forth. So that was a great question, Arwan. Tell me your thoughts, guys. What do you think? Has that ever happened to you or somebody you know? That they keep playing around, then eventually they realize, I need a good woman. I need a good man. I need a good woman. I need a good man. They finally realize that. Your sister, I knew early on, honey. I have no time to be playing with anybody. Yolanda Longwood, one of my Facebook friends and one of my true friends. We actually know each other personally. Her question, has there ever been a time when the question of sex turned you off? Has there ever been a time when the sex question has turned you off? Has there ever been a time when the sex question has turned you off? This is what Yolanda wanted to ask. Comment below, guys, and let me know. Also, I want you guys to follow me on all social media. I'm on Facebook, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl. I'm on Twitter, Sexy Vegan Wine. And I'm also on Instagram, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl. And you know where to find me right here, right now, on YouTube, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl. Yes. I have been turned off. I've been turned off by the sex question, a few times, but mainly when it's asked too soon. So remember, I'm a relationship person. So I am not interested in having sex with strangers. I'm not interested in having sex too soon. I want to have a connection. I want to make sure I know the person and the person knows me, and we have really agreed to do this thing, and not the sex thing, but just to build something special. I'm not up for anything less than a relationship. So to me, that would turn me off if I just meet a person. Let's say I go out and I meet someone and, day one, they're asking me about sex. Why are you doing that? For what? What makes me want to have sex with this stranger? I've never been at a bar or anywhere on the planet where I've seen a man and I'm like, oh yes, I want him tonight. No, that's not my thing. There have been some situations where I've seen guys and I thought that they were very attractive, but I'm not trying to be the one night stander. So to me, sex, that question, asking about it too soon, is a turnoff. And speaking of that, what about a one night stand? How many of you have had a one night stand? Tell us all about that. Comment below. I would be interested in knowing about that. Now, I'm not talking about when you're young. I'm saying when you're a fully grown man or woman and, you feel like, hey, I'm just going out tonight to look for some sex. When you're younger, sex is a thing. You're sleeping with this person, perhaps sleeping with that person. I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman and you feel like we're living in a time that that's okay to do. I would like to hear your thoughts on that. And if you do have a one night stand, with the person, could you see yourself with that person in a serious relationship? Well, my friend on Instagram, Miss_Angie 1174, was like, basically, no. She probably wouldn't take that person seriously. What about you? Would you? That's a good question. Now, I've heard different theories and stories on this. I've heard that some people have done one night stands and they end up getting married. Some people have done one night stands and that's all it was a one night stand. They never hear from the person again. So everyone's different. At the end of the day, if you are a consenting adult, I cannot tell you what to do with your pee-pee and your yoni, okay? That choice is up to you. All right. The next question and final question is a question that I posed. Why don't you save the best for last? Why don't you save the best for last, right? Here we go. How soon is too soon to get freaky with your new boo? How soon is too soon to get freaky with your boo? So Angela, or Miss_Angie 1174, my Instagram friend, said, well, she said, you know, basically, you should wait. You should wait at least a year. You know why? She said because number one, you have to first learn how to love. If you don't already know, you have to learn, first of all, learn how to love. Maybe she's saying love each other, or maybe just learn how to love another person in general before you go to that. And you really need to see who that person really is. And they need to see who the heck you are. You know, and then more importantly, we all know that sex, especially great, amazing sex, can blind you. It can color your thoughts. It can impact you in a different way. How many of you have been with someone and, you know, you realize after the fact, after you guys have been having this amazing sexual life, that, I mean, her sex is good, his sex is good, but I didn't realize that he didn't really have anything going for himself, or she had bad hygiene, or, you know, good sex can, you know, distract you. It can color a whole nother type of situation for you. So you want to really take your time with that. Don't rush into it. It's not worth it. I mean, like, what's the rush? What's the rush? Why rush into sex? I mean, not just why rush into sex, but why get so freaky? Really, it's the comment and question is that you're giving someone that you don't really know very well all of you. Why would you let them take all of you? I mean, really, and I hear situations where, and I'm not judging anyone, women have met guys and started dating right away, and maybe within the first week or two, or even within the first month, they're already doing everything, like anal sex and sleeping with someone on the first day and having oral sex and all. What are you doing with your body? What are you doing with yourself? And then you've done all that, and he done bust you wide open, and now what? He doesn't even know your name or your last name. He hasn't even met your family. You don't even know if you want to see this person really again, because you don't know the depths and the details, the intricate parts of his life or her life. And now you're doing all kind of nasty, freaky things. So I say wait. I am with you, Miss_Angie 1174. I say wait. Wait until you know. Give the relationship some time, you know, to grow and learn about each other. And, you know, then at that point, when you're in love and you love each other, or you guys are committed, or you got something really deep going on, do whatever you want, honey. Listen, you know I don't judge, child. I am sexy vegan wine girl. Hey, I get it in, but responsibly, you know? Just like I drink responsibly, okay? And speaking of drinking, I am drinking the Y Series Yalumba vegan wine. It's my favorite. This is a South Australian wine. It's a Chardonnay. Somebody's inboxed me and said, every time I see you drinking on the show, you only drink red wine. I said, well, that's because you're not following me personally on all social media, because I drink champagne, I drink cava, I drink prosecco, I drink different types of reds and different types of wine. But you know, she was almost right. Red wine is my favorite if it's red and dry. So I drink more red wine than anything. But I have enjoyed myself, guys, today. I want to make sure that you guys are commenting below and anything that we've discussed here today. Feel free to comment below and share. We've been sharing. I've name dropped today, and they all said it was okay. If you have a question for me, please go to my Facebook, Conda Cowley, or my Facebook, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl, or my Instagram or Twitter. And Instagram, you know, is Sexy Vegan Wine Girl. Twitter is Sexy Vegan Wine. I really don't know how to work Twitter. I just have it. So I say, you know, Instagram or Facebook will be your best bet for a more immediate response. But I do check my YouTube. So please comment below. We want your questions. We want your comments. And if you have any questions about what I'm drinking, where you can find it, where you can find this amazing meal, I've already said it, I'll say it again, the Wasabi restaurant. I plan to do an interview with them really soon, so we'll get more into it. If you have a vegan and organic wine that you would like for me to try, please inbox me on social media or right here and YouTube. If you want to be on the show and you have something to say that's amazing, you have a great story, you have a great business that's a positive business, or you have vegan food for me to try, or you just want to come beside me and, you know, eat and talk to the people, you let me know. Okay, so I love you, everybody. I hope everybody is safe. I hope you're drinking responsibly. I hope you're eating well. And I hope that you are empowering others. I always say, I want you to live your best life ever and empower others to do the same. We are here to help each other. My philosophy has always been, everyone who comes into your life should come into your life for a reason. I say that reason is to take it to the next level. Who will you help today? I love you. Have a great night. Drink responsibly. Goodbye.